7th, 2025 dawned, China found itself locked in a desperate struggle against one of the worst natural disasters in recent history. Torrential rains have transformed the country's southwest into a nightmare landscape of raging floodwaters, with Guizhou and Guangxi provinces bearing the brunt of nature's fury. Roads have disappeared beneath churning brown currents, bridges lie in twisted ruins, and entire mountainsides have surrendered to devastating landslides. The crisis unfolds minute by minute as flash floods tear through villages, sweeping away everything in their path. Thousands now find themselves trapped, cut off from help, their homes submerged, their futures uncertain. This is more than just a flood. It's a battle for survival against an unrelenting force of nature. The human toll of this disaster is mounting by the hour. Evacuations have become a grim reality for tens of thousands of families, forced to abandon their homes with little more than the clothes on their backs. Official reports confirm at least 6 lives lost so far, but the true scale of suffering is still unfolding. Over 80,000 residents have already been urgently relocated to higher ground, their neighborhoods transformed into swirling, debris-choked rivers. And with relentless rains still pounding the region, water levels keep climbing, swallowing more roads, more homes, more hope. Rescue teams race against time, but nature shows no mercy. The worst may still be yet to come. In Rongjiang County, Guizhou, the once tranquil Lu River has become a monstrous force of nature. Overnight, its waters surged into a raging torrent, peaking at a staggering 11,800 cubic meters per second, nearly 80 times its normal flow. The transformation was swift and merciless. Entire villages vanished underwater in minutes, their homes, roads, and livelihoods swallowed by the churning flood. Cars tumbled like toys. Phones and possessions were ripped away by the current, and terrified residents could only watch as the river rewrote the landscape before their eyes. This is no longer just water. It's a wall of destruction. And with the rain still falling, the danger is far from over. A cargo truck plummeted into the gaping void, its cab left horrifyingly suspended in midair, wheels still spinning over the abyss. The driver, trapped in the wreckage, faced a nightmare no one should endure, stranded between collapse and salvation as floodwaters raged below. Miraculously rescued after 40 agonizing minutes, the driver is now being hailed as a symbol of hope amid the devastation, proof that survival is still possible, even in the face of catastrophe. Meanwhile, in neighboring Guangxi province, the crisis deepens. Torrents of water from Guizhou are surging downstream, overwhelming the city of Mailin, where floodwaters have risen over 4 meters, swallowing entire neighborhoods. 3 days of unrelenting rain have transformed low-lying areas into vast, murky swamps, leaving streets unrecognizable and homes barely visible beneath the rising tide. With no end to the downpour in sight, authorities have issued a red alert, the highest disaster warning, and launched a full-scale emergency response. Rescue teams are battling against time and nature, but the water keeps coming. One story has pierced the nation's heart. A young girl, swept into the raging currents, vanished into an underground storm drain. For 7 harrowing hours, she fought for survival in the pitch-black labyrinth of the drainage system, her whimpers drowned out by the roar of rushing water. When rescuers finally pulled her to safety, her miraculous survival became a beacon of hope in a sea of tragedy. This morning, terror struck anew at a bustling shopping mall. Rainwater transformed escalators into thundering waterfalls, cascading into the lower levels with terrifying force. Dozens of cars in the parking basement became floating wreckage, tossed like toys in the rising flood. Terrified shoppers filmed the chaos from upper floors, their shaky footage showing chairs, debris, and vehicles swirling in the murky water, quickly going viral across Chinese social media. These are not just scenes of disaster. They are moments of human fear, resilience, and the raw power of nature that no one can control. The crisis is escalating by the minute. Several small reservoir dams in the affected downtown areas are now at imminent risk of collapse, their concrete walls straining under the unrelenting pressure of floodwaters. And with heavy rain still pounding the region, the situation grows more dire by the hour. Now, a new threat looms on the horizon. A tropical depression forming over the South China Sea is expected to intensify, bringing even more torrential downpours to the already devastated region in the coming days. More rain, more flooding, more chaos. This is the reality on the ground. June 27, 2025. China isn't just fighting floodwaters, it's racing against time, crumbling infrastructure, and the sheer force of nature. Every video, every image from the disaster zone tells a story of survival, despair, courage, and the unbreakable human spirit. Homes are underwater. Roads have vanished. Families cling to rooftops as floodwaters rise around them. Rescue teams work tirelessly against time and nature's fury. This is not just another disaster headline. These are real people facing unimaginable challenges. Let us stand with them in solidarity. Their courage in this crisis reminds us of our shared humanity. As the waters keep coming, so must our compassion and support.